number of the beast for it. It is the number of a person. His number is 666.
Yeah, right. So,
You sure you want to go down there?
man, 100%. It won't take long either. I'm gonna spell this out here really quick. So, the Pope of Rome, when his position was established, right? His title, his original title was vicarious, right? Philly, Filii, Dei, Dei. It will be spelled just like this right here. Vicarious, Philly, Dei. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that is the original language that the Pope's position was established in, right? So the
Uh-huh.
verse says, calculate the numbers, and the numbers are 666. So you know that the Roman language, Roman alphabet are also numbers, right? You
Mm-hmm.
know, some of them are numbers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it just so happens by some twist of fate, perhaps, that the letters that do add up, the numbers here add up to 666,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it's identifying, it's saying that this person that it's talking about there is the Pope of Rome. Now that's only the first criteria that's
Mm-hmm.
met there. Now, from
Hold
from
on.
your
Because
uh-huh.
we don't actually need to go no further than that.
Okay,
All right, now I want you to roll with me, okay?
sure.
Hold that back up again. Hold the name up. I know you guys on TikTok can't see it. That's Latin, right?
That is Latin.
Okay. When you read the Codex Sinaiticus, it's written in what language?
The Codex, I believe, is Latin or I'm not sure. Is it Greek?
All right, the Codex Sinaiticus. No, that's Greek. Yes, see,
Yeah.
Koine Greek, if I'm correct. Yeah, Koine Greek. In the Koine Greek is where you get the number 666. So when you look at the Latin version, which is the Vulgate is the Codex Sinaiticus written in Latin. In the Latin, Revelations 13:18 says the number is 616. So if the Pope's name that you held up is in Latin, in order for it to fit, it would have to be numbered at 616, not 666
So you're saying that the true interpretation of that number would be 616?
in Latin.
The Pope would love the Pope would love that we would think that.
And
I'm
what you
sure.
just held up was in Latin. In the Greek, which is older than the Latin, because
Yeah.
Revelations was written in Greek, is 666. Now you know what name matches it in Latin and in Greek?
What name is that?
Emperor Nero. His name in Greek equals 666. His name in Latin equals 616. John of Patmos was believing in the conspiracy theory that Nero wasn't really dead after he suffered his head wound, and that he would return back and retake the Roman Empire from the Flavians and persecute Christians.
Yeah. That's
So
that's all that's a horrible interpretation.
that is
Here's the
the
thing.
scholastic consensus, and and it's not even an interpretation. When the Latin, if you read a Latin Vulgate, is 616.
Yeah, I haven't delved too deep into that. I've seen a little bit. I'm not very convinced from the little I've seen. Perhaps there's something there, but like I was saying, there's a lot more criteria to be met to be the Antichrist, right? For
Okay,
example,
but we're not meeting the first criteria. You're not meeting the first one.
well, they're not in order. They're not in order. I believe this meets like what are the possibilities of a name? Because this was obviously written, way before the Pope's position was ever established, right? So what are the odds that this would get written, that this would be prophesied, and then there would be somebody that lands all the criteria that falls under this description here, which
Because
the
it was
Pope does.
Nero. They was writing about Nero. It's expressly being written about Nero.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? Nero, you see in Daniel 7:25, this beast also is prophesied to change laws and time, right? We just happen to be, right? It says that this beast will change the laws and time. Well, we are under the Pope's calendar. The Gregorian calendar is established by the Vatican, right? Number one. It says that they will persecute the saints of the Most High. I know that Nero did that, but nobody's shed more blood than the Pope of Rome. That's what the Dark Ages was.
Okay, but
Nobody's.
if you go back to changing the time, Julius Caesar changed the calendar before the church did. So you can throw Julius Caesar in there because he.
But what I'm saying, all the criteria has to fit this one
Well,
person.
there you go. That's why I said we can stop right there, because just in the naming, it does not fit the criteria. Just you said all the criteria. All means all,
Yeah.
all means. So if the 616 and the 666 don't match, then does that fit all the criteria?
But here's the thing: the Bible says 666. That is the true translation.
The Greek says 666,
and that is the proper.
But if you but the Latin does not. The Latin says 616 because it is the name of Nero.
There's a reason why all the Bibles have 666 in them, because this is the true interpretation, and that was established a long time ago. People want to muddy up the waters with this 616 deal, but I mean, people that don't study this well know that that's not the case. If not, it would be in the Bible. It would be in there.
I appreciate you just demonstrated how the confirmation bias is going to make it fit your narrative, regardless of what's presented to you, and that's faith. And I can't argue faith. And we went down that hole, and I'm going to let.
Fair enough. And I appreciate you letting me take you down through there.
Yeah. So I'm gonna bring Stumpy Nub up.
You have a great evening.
You have a good one as well.
Night, man.
All right. Hold on, Stumpy Nub.